Cause like let's just be real. You got your tools in your tool belt. You're climbing up this tree. You got you're getting up this ladder, and the light and the darkness. You gotta outrun the darkness, like up the ladder. Sometimes you can take breaks. Sometimes you tools help you take breaks. Sometimes climbing up the ladder, tree limbs appear because you're climbing up a tree. Um, and you gotta climb. You gotta find a right way around the tree limb. Or sometimes tools can help you make a tool out of the tree limb, or make a bed out of the tree limb to rest. Um, Stuff like kind of that. If that analogy even makes sense. Um, Climbing up the tree, you know, up on the ladder. Everybody's doing it. Or if you're researching a topic, it's another form of the same thing. You like it's all different facets, different points of views, different angles that you can view life climbing up this ladder. You can fixate on any of them. You can fixate on any of your tools. You can fixate on your belt or what you're wearing. You can fixate whatever you're doing when you're taking off time from climbing up the ladder. Whatever it is. But you gotta keep getting out of the darkness. Because the darkness is coming up. And like, you just gotta keep going up, you know? And, some people slip. Some people jump on purpose. Some people, you know, don't jump on purpose. Some, bro, all kinds of stuff happens. Um, you know, and it's kind of like just stuff on the tree while you're climbing up the ladder, and like you're looking at whatever can help you climb up the ladder. You're just trying to get up this ladder, man, step by step. And some people get good at it because they focus. They put all their might into climbing up every ladder they encounter. You know what I mean? Like the light and the dark, they just overcome that shit. They just keep going up. They keep going up. They look up and keep going up. You know? And it's like saying, like, no matter who you are, in the mind, it's like the light and the dark. Two brain hemispheres. Both of what they're good at. Left and right. Up and down. You know what I'm saying? And trying to describe a psychic is like trying to describe someone who was born to like climb all the ladders the other way around. Instead of like going up, facing the ladder, you're going up facing away from the ladder, which like is unorthodox to say at least. But climbing up the ladder like that, it's like you can see like the event horizon as to where like the light and the dark meet while you're climbing up the ladder. Because you're not just so fixated on climbing up the ladder and seeing, like, it's not just where the light and the dark meet. It's like the whole like a whole different other point of view. Because you only can see like the ladder, the tree, and like up and like stuff around the tree. You can get fixated on like tree limbs in your way, trying to get up the ladder. You can get fixated on what you're wearing, what tool belt you have, what tools are in your tool belt, tools in your tool belt. You can get fixated on any different point of view of wherever the light and darkness is and climb up the ladder. And are you really climbing up this ladder? Are you really keeping track of like how much the darkness moves and like how much light you got left, or like how many reps of ladder climbing have you actually put in to like really get ahead of that climb, of that climbing darkness, to really get ahead, move like faster than the speed of darkness, like how, because you're light, you know what I'm saying? So how can you do that? How, like, tools in your tool belt are only supposed to be, gained in to help you get up this ladder. Like, but if that's what you're into, you know what I'm saying? It's all about this ladder. That ladder. So think about it. You know, no matter who you are, climbing up this ladder. You know, tools in your tool belt. Climbing up a tree. Sometimes like thorns, bushes, different, all kinds of stuff happens. You know, because you're climbing up a tree with like a whole ecosystem living in this amazing tree. Shoot, you could just say, forget about it and like learn how to climb the tree and like never use ladders again or like rope or anything. You just like learn how to climb the tree. There's people out there like that. And you'd be surprised how fast they can get ahead of that light and darkness living like that. Because that's like, you know, you know? And people who climb that tree the other way around, man, that's some other stuff. How like that sounds impossible. But like that's how trying to describe a psychic is. Because they're always focused on like kind of where that event horizon really is. That's all. Like, because they literally do everything the other way, in their own way, because they can get fixated on any point of view of where that 360 is while they're climbing this ladder. Or not. Or, because you're climbing the ladder or climbing the tree the other way, it's easy to slip. So wherever you're at, just keep in mind, maybe you're meant to climb the ladder the other way. Maybe you're meant to climb the tree. Maybe you're meant to climb the tree the other way. Um, you know, maybe, and some people cheat. Some people use whatever they got, a tool in a tool belt, to like get ahead of the ladders, so to speak. But it's still creeping for them too. And it's all in different points of view. It depends on how long you chillin'. Depends on what you've done. Because you can kind of speed up the darkness. You could sit in the darkness. You like, if you look down, you only see a couple steps of like, sometimes you need to take a step back. Sometimes you need to like stop using one of your tools to like sleep and relax and cultivate chillness and get fixated on that. And maybe you should focus more on that creeping darkness and just keep going up the ladder. Maybe you need to focus more on different ways to go up the ladder. Take your ladder, say you want to take the ladder climbing to the next level. Do you? How bad? What are you willing to do and change? Cut out? Stop distracting by tools? Just stop chilling too much? Stop being fixated so much on tree branches in your way and different bushes and vines? You still got to get up this ladder, man. Whatever that ladder, whatever it is. Whatever your purpose is, whatever. Got to get up that ladder. Got to keep stepping. Step, step, step. You know what I'm saying? So you go up the ladder and you really like, so yeah, sometimes you discover different ways to climb up the ladder, you know, like techniques, or developing more of your technique to climb up the ladder. Maybe you want to start jumping up the ladder, you know, really jumping, you know. You talk about people who like, oh, they doubled their money and they put their whatever, you know, so it's a really opportunistic time. And a lot of people need to stop looking down and just keep focusing on the up and like keep climbing their ladder, you know? People are quick to already think that something's wrong and to quickly get fixated on looking down, you know? Just keep looking up, you know? Just keep looking up and keep climbing that ladder step by step. Sometimes, and take your rests, the ones that you really deserve. Earn them. And like really assess your tool belt, really assess like everything that you got going that can get you up the ladder better, faster, stronger. You have the tools in your tool belt. Yeah, like anything. People do it all the time. Like, you're not supposed to fixate too long on anything because the darkness is creeping. You know? You want to get ahead. As ahead as possible, period. You know? You want to see where the other end of the ladder, like, gets you. You want to see what's at the top. You want to see what's at the top. I know you do. I know you do. I know you do. I know you do. You want to see what's at the top. So, keep climbing the ladder. Just keep climbing the ladder. Just keep climbing the ladder. That's it. Whatever you're doing, keep climbing it. Keep looking up. Some people have a problem with looking down. Some people fixate too much, you know, on where they are in between. It's easier to slip. You know, I'm talking to you guys, you seers, psychics out there. You know, really vibrationally challenged. Because you're walking portals and like you flutter all the time and you don't even know it, or you do, and you're trying to control it so you can like really climb the ladder and really not have. You really keep looking up because you see a whole new perspective. It's like a whole space of sky and like light up there. And if you fixate on that long enough and keep climbing the ladder, Maybe you don't need to know how you're climbing the ladder at that point. Maybe you get so good at climbing that ladder perspective that you don't even need to concern yourself with how you're climbing the ladder. Because you can kind of see where you're going. You can really see where you're going. You know, for those of you out there in sales or in charisma or trying to like change themselves so they can like find love, anybody who's trying to sell themselves, get out there, get excited about something, really impress upon the world something from them, really like get an opportunity to express themselves and get some value out of it and deserve it because people want it and want to eat it up. So think about it. No matter what you're doing, who you are, life's ladder, or being focused, because you could just be in your head focused on a whole nother ladder. Because you climb the ladder all the time. You start dreaming about climbing the ladder. You can dream up a whole nother climb ladder. You could be addicted to sleep. You could be addicted to sleep. You could be addicted, overindulge, overfixate. Any point of view, any tool in your toolbox. Tool in your... Maybe you're carrying too much. Maybe you got too much baggage. Or maybe you're holding on too much stuff. You know? Maybe you're not resting enough. Maybe you're not climbing enough. Maybe you're not reassessing how to climb the ladder enough. Maybe you need to stop looking down. Maybe you need to stop being addicted to looking down. Maybe you need to, let go of some baggage. Maybe you need to look up more. Maybe you need to learn how to look up. Question everything. Question of everything about, really apply this analogy and see how far, don't worry about the details. How'd you get on the ladder in the first place? Bro, you're just fixated on a question. You're not actually climbing ladder. You know what I mean? You don't think the darkness is there or the light is there, but it is. Period. I don't care what you believe in. It's all about climbing ladder. Some people are meant to climb the ladder. Some people are meant to climb the tree. You know what I mean? Some people are meant to climb the ladder or the tree backwards. That's like describing a psychic. Because you'd already get a point of view of kind of seeing where the event horizon of where the light and the darkness meet. And it's two different cold perspectives. Really trying to climb a ladder. You're so good at climbing a ladder backwards. You're so good at climbing things backwards. You can climb this tree backwards. Word. That's impressive. And get around tree limbs. Because you get a whole nother perspective. You got to learn a whole new... It's not, I'm more superior, better, or... Nah. We just climb ladder. We still got to climb ladder. And we still got to get higher than this darkness. But we just... Yeah. Got to learn how to climb the ladder backwards. Yeah. So, for all you seers or psychics or people who you don't even know, just really think about this analogy and apply it, and then you'd really see how you know what you're meant to be. Am I meant to? How am I meant to climb this ladder? Or maybe you don't know, and maybe you need to learn how to climb the ladder a a different way or start climbing the ladder. Learn how to climb ladder. You know what I mean? Like, and just focus on that first. Learn how to climb the ladder. That's it. Then from there, okay, what style do I want to learn how to climb ladder? What perspective do I want to look at while I'm climbing ladder? What skills or tools or perspectives do I want to like use as hobbies or chill on to climb ladder? What tools in my tool belt do I want to add to help me climb ladder? And how am I going to use them to help me climb ladder? And I'm going to climb the super climb this ladder. Super duper. Burr, 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 burr. Like your boy in there. Like, climb the ladder. You know? Don't get caught up in the darkness. And don't the event horizon for all you psychics out there. Don't play too hard with it. Because over fixating right there, it's easy to slip. You know, learn how to really climb ladder. If that's the style of climbing ladder you want to do, close your eyes a bit and learn how to climb ladder. You know, really focus on how to climb the ladder. Maybe you get hung up, or when the tree branches happen, or like you just see reoccurring things, or you know, sometimes you need to just calm down. Close your eyes. And like, how are you gonna climb ladder? You know, how are you gonna get through this? How are you gonna get over this? How are you gonna figure out how to stop looking down or being in the darkness or really climb ladder? How are you gonna figure this out? Just close your eyes. Maybe you don't need to think so much at all. Maybe you need to just close your eyes and figure out how to climb ladder. Or calm yourself. Maybe you need to just take a break. Take a breather and really get in there and assess. You know, do that as a habit to figure out a more collected and poised way to climb ladder or get over these tree limbs. You know? Yeah. I know you want to see the top of the ladder. I know you do.